Thanks again for listening. This has been a production of the Texas Tech Sports Network.
Sports Radio 1340 Fan Feedback. Welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340. Shiner Bock, brewed at the Spetzel Brewery, the oldest independent brewery in Texas. The Shiner Bock Fan Feedback is your first chance to talk about today's Texas Tech football game.
The blitz is coming, throws the fade to the left side. It is caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Call in at 770-5526 or 1-800-658-2625. Now, here's Scott Fitzgerald on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Lubbock Sports Leader, Sports Radio 1340.
All right, now it's time for you. And this would be the upset of the century. Yeah, if you throw hook 'em horns in the air in front of the here in Lubbock, Texas.
Hey, there are a lot of people in Texas I like, but this isn't the time for that. I deeply hope we beat their ass today.
See what your guy Corso thinks.
Hey, let me tell you something, Coach. You are the world's best basketball coach, and you're almost the best picker. Give me that hit here. Right here. Let me see what's going on. What do I got here?
Oh, my God.
This will do it. Don't take a test. You got him.
So Harrell in the shotgun from the 28. To throw, goes to the right side for Crabtree. It's caught. He breaks.
Oh, he's the worst.
Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Unbelievable.
Touchdown, Red Raiders. Michael Crabtree has done it. Michael Crabtree makes the catch at the 5, breaks the tackle, and scores.
So this is what this feels like. Just after midnight here on Sports Radio 1340. This is your Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. Good evening, Red Raider fans. Get the party started and make sure there's some Shiner Bock around. I'll say it again, so this is what this feels like. 9-0, 5-0 in the Big 12, the 500th win for this program. And you just knocked off the number one team in the country for the first time ever. We want to hear what you have to say. We can go through all the stats. You guys know what happened. This is the Fan Feedback Show. I am merely the bus driver. Good evening, Scott Fitzgerald. We're in studio tonight, but we'll be sending it out to McGillicuddy shortly for some live call-ins. This show, your opinion, too important to be fighting the bands, and so we'll take one and. Hope you folks are enjoying the Shiner Bock, and we'll be here until the shop closes. That is my promise to you tonight here on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. The phone numbers 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Load them up. Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree are now etched in Texas Tech history forever. The next time the Lubbock Avalanche Journal prints one of those highlight books, Crabtree is going to be on the front of it, juking those Texas defenders and into that end zone. My goodness. The most incredible thing that I believe I've ever seen in Jones Stadium. And I think we'll start it off, just some thoughts from my colleague and friend, Ryan Hyatt. Hello.
Well, good evening there. Don't that sun look good going down?
And you know what? There's people that are going to see the sun about 6 hours from now, and they're not going to go to sleep.
I don't think so. Hold on a second. I got some people trying to clean up out here in the parking lot. Can we get a hell yeah on live radio on ESPN? Come on now. Hey! Give them Hell Raiders!
Go Red Raiders!
There we go.
Get any better than that.
See, we can't get out of here and get ready for tomorrow because it ain't ending right now.
That's right.
No. I walked into the radio booth in the fourth quarter, and I wrote a note to Tim Chambers. And I said, these are the good old days. And that's what it is. These are the good old days right now for Tech fans, and that's what they need to appreciate and understand and enjoy, and I think they are.
Enjoy. I had a great time today. I really did. From game day to, getting to the stadium at 8:30 this morning and staying all day, and I'm not going to shut it down until about 3. And that's Central Standard Time, not Central Daylight Time.
Yeah, we got to turn it back at 2. I think not.
No, not tonight. Not. You got an extra.
Why not?
You got an extra hour to party tonight, folks. And get it going at McGillicuddy's. Get it going with your Shiner Bock and enjoy this.
Now I will just say this is the what is today? November 1st, 2008, right?
And last time, actually, it's now November 2nd, but that's beside the point.
Well, it is, yeah. I mean, you go back to the days of W.W. Nicholas. I know you don't know who that is, but that's okay.
Was he teammates with Primo?
Go back to Mule Dow and Coach Coffin and what they did in the 1930s in building this program. Then you take it on into the Cotton Bowl at 38 and take it on into the 40s and the post-war years and Walt Schlinkman. You go to 1950 and Bobby Cavazos, the Gator Bowl win against Georgia. You take it into the 60s and Donnie Anderson. And you go on into the 70s, the guy we had on last night, Billy Taylor, beating Texas right out here against Keith Moreland, who was on the call today for the Texas radio booth. 1980s, Tyrone Thurman, 96-yard punt return against Texas. Not much going on in the 80s, 1990s. You beat them again down there in Austin, Lubbock, 1998. And then here you are today. And it's the culmination of a lot of hard work and a lot of enjoyment on the fans. And I hope they take a moment to enjoy it tonight. Look forward to next week. And these are the good old days. Scott, I hope you enjoy it tonight.
Hey, it's gonna be a fun one. I'm almost speechless, but for a radio guy, that's almost impossible. I just want to hear what the fans have to say tonight. Harrell,
I can't wait.
Harrell, you're on the plane to New York. And Crabtree,
yeah, he is.
Crabtree, my goodness. Big players make big plays in big games at big opportunistic times, and he exactly did that. And you can't say enough. This defense played its absolute heart out.
They played their guts out. They left it on the field. They did everything you would want a championship defense to do.
They did exactly what Coach Knight said.
Beat their ass.
All right, well, throw a couple back for me, and we'll see if we don't catch up a little while later.
We already have.
Out. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Like I said, this show tonight, it's for you, the fan. Enjoy this. You just knocked off the number one team in the country. I have never seen Jones AT&T Stadium as electric and as loud for as long as it has been. And I've been here a while, but not as. And for some of you folks who are a little longer in the tooth than I am, I'm happy for y'all. I'm happy for the folks that have been with this program for 20 and 30 years, that have waited to see something like this, and to. I hope you all enjoy it tonight. And like I said, we're just turning it over to you. Let's go to Grant. Grant, good evening. Welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
How you guys doing over there?
We're great.
Yeah, I guess we're all doing pretty good in Lubbock, Texas tonight.
You know it.
Yeah, as a fan, that's just something that we all need to see. Getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which wasn't the easiest thing to do, considering yesterday was Halloween. For game day, we're going tailgating all day, sitting in the stadium for 5 hours. Seeing something like that made it all worth it and then some.
8 seconds left, and you had to stay there the entire time. 8 seconds left. Harrell to Crabtree. The jocks of those two defenders left on the sideline somewhere. And, my goodness, just a play at the most opportune time.
Yeah, as you said, the Jones Stadium was just electric at that time. We're just jumping around. We're hugging everybody in stop, people we've never seen before. We've never seen outside the stadium. And we're all the Tech fans at that time celebrating the victory over the number one team.
Hey, you got 2 penalties. And now we can congratulate you for that.
No problem, man.
Anything else tonight, Grant?
Nah, after party starts now, I guess.
You know it, and make sure there's some Shiner Bock at that after party.
I will do.
All right, take care. Wow, we're just going to keep them going. Let's go to Jeff. Jeff, good evening. A little perspective tonight.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm so proud of my Texas Tech Red Raiders. You know, I went to college game day. You know, I've been out there all stinking day. And I just want to say I'm proud of our Texas Tech Red Raiders. You know, they fought hard. They got a big old lead, and they kind of gave it up there. But you know what? We held on strong, and that is what we're all about right there.
I was scared to death, and I knew kind of how it was going to play out. I saw the Tech kicking the field goal. I said they're going to go up 32-26. Texas is going, you know, they're probably going to drive down and take a lead. I hope there is time left for Harrell to work some magic, and sure enough, there was.
I knew we were good enough. We have the greatest offense in all of college football. We should be number one.
And how about that offensive line?
Yes,
I think Ryland Reed won the match against Arakpo. I'm pretty sure that happened.
Absolutely.
Oh man, just what a great night. Anything else tonight, man?
Go Red Raiders.
Hey, go celebrate.
I will. Thank you.
Oh, let's just keep them rolling. MJ, good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Thanks a lot, man. Hey, I just want to say go Texas Tech, and I mean, it was a great game, but I want to give kudos to the defense. And on top of that, I mean, the offense come back with like a minute 49 to go. I mean, that's great for them, you know. I mean, the Matt Williams blocked field goal, hey, you know, whatever. It all comes out in the end, and, you know, it'll be great to be in Miami in January for the national championship.
Hey, you got to take care of the Pokes next week.
14. Hey, you know, one game at a time. One game at a time.
That's right. But what this win does,
I'll tell you the difference is we got a run game and we got a defense that's playing lights out. I mean, then you know they may not play a shutout, but it doesn't matter. You know, I mean, we score 30 points a game, so it's all good.
And Texas got absolutely whipped that first half.
Yes, sir.
They got absolutely whipped.
Yes, and they had to come out, and they played a good second half, but
they really
did. Know, they couldn't come out and close the deal. So,
it was,
you know, and I'm telling you, the guy said number one, whatever, before me, but I'm telling you right now, I hope we're only number 3 because that'll keep the fire going. And then Kentucky State, you beat Oklahoma, and then with strength of schedule, you got to jump Penn State. You have to. It doesn't matter if the SEC runs the table, whatever, but I mean. Have to at that point. So
well, I think Bama will lose eventually, and maybe next week to LSU.
Right, and so I mean, Penn State, I'm not worried about it, but I hope they don't come out number 1 because I want them to keep the fire. I want them to keep going.
Amen to that.
And they're a great team. I really think this is the year. So
you can only hope.
Hey,
enjoy it. And right. Hats off to Texas. Those guys. They were the number 1 team in the country, and they came in. They were not going to give you an inch. You had to take it, take everything you got, and Graham Harrell, Michael Crabtree, that whole team won this game. They won this game. It wasn't the officials. It wasn't any of that crap. Those boys won this game, and that's what I'm most proud of.
And for Tech, you couldn't have asked for a better nationally televised game right there. I mean, it's all about offense and the defense pulled it together, and so, I mean, I think that, you know, we're legit, and people will realize that, and it's only going to make it better around here. So,
hey, go enjoy it. You got an extra hour tonight to celebrate. Go enjoy it, and let's go get them next week.
Hey, man.
Take care. Bye. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. We'll reload the phone lines and come back. This is the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. Hey, we're here as long as you folks are up. We'll just say that right now. I know, TJ, you're getting paid by the hour, so hey, you're good with it. I'm good with it. So let's just keep it going. The Shiner Bock Fan Feedback will be back right after this.
You're listening to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340.
I've been with the brewery 39 years. Most everybody call me T-Bone.
They call me Redbird.
My dad was brewmaster here for 39 years. My wife's working in the lab. I'm here, so it's one big family.
I worked here at the brewery for 18 years.
Everybody, hey, I know that beer. I tasted that. That's some good stuff.
Oh, wow, you worked there?
I love this old brewery.
It's a good feeling that I'm a part of that.
We brew every drop of Shiner beer in Shiner, the city of Texas.
Hey, you got to love that.
McGillicuddy's, Lubbock's newest and hottest pub and restaurant, has all the games this season. Texas Tech, Big 12, SEC, even the Cowboys. There's TVs everywhere, including our giant 106-inch big screen. We've got QB1, pool, and video games, too. McGillicuddy's is the place to go watch and be watched. We feature 25 incredible sandwiches and burgers, and we proudly serve over 100 ice-cold beers from all over the world. This season, make a change in your starting lineup and come to McGillicuddy's, an authentic Irish pub at 98th and Quaker.
Coming up on the next Williams and Hyatt Show.
Ryan Hyatt here. What do you think we're doing this weekend? Well, same thing you're doing. Can't wait to get together again Monday night at Rudy's on the program. We'll be taking your calls on everything Texas Tech, Texas related. We'll try to squeeze in a little Dallas Cowboy stuff, but don't hold us to it. So y'all get ready, get hungry, and come see us Monday night at Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
The Williams and Hyatt Show, weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 on Sports Radio 1340.
If you want to get your Red Raider football in HD, then get to the Dish Store at J. Bailey Wireless and ask about the new Turbo HD from Dish Network. HD packages start at only $29.99. J. Bailey Wireless, 63rd in Frankfort and 82nd in Iola. J. Bailey Wireless is a proud supporter of Texas Tech football. Go Tech!
If you want the inside scoop of this weekend's NFL games, then be sure to join us each week for the NFL preview, only on Westwood One. Hi, everybody. This is Boomer Esiason. Tommy Ty and I take an in-depth look at what lies ahead for all the NFL teams. Plus, you'll hear from the players and coaches, and, of course, I'll analyze the matchups and tell you who I think is going to win. That's the NFL preview each week right here.
Westwood One's NFL preview, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on Sports Radio 1340.
Look, prostate cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in men. And if you're African American, you're twice as likely to die from the disease. Don't just sit there. Log on to pcaw.com and talk to your doctor about your risk for prostate cancer. A message from the Prostate Cancer Education Council with support from Merck.
Your first chance to talk Tech Sports. Jack Dale's Sports Line, weekday mornings at 7 on Sports Radio 1340.
And on 1st and 10, the handoff goes to Cody Johnson. He's hit in the end zone, and a safety by the Red Raiders. A safety by Texas Tech in the end zone on the first offensive play by the Longhorns. Wow.
1222, Sports Radio 1340, the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. Usually emanating live from McGillicuddy's, but a sound conflict. I wasn't going to take that chance tonight, so we're in studio. Looks like Robert Snyder is out at McGillicuddy's where they are serving 225 Shiner Bock and Shiner Black. And guess what, folks? You got an hour extra than you would normally have to take advantage of that. Let's swing it out to McGillicuddy's, and Robert Snyder, take it away.
Yeah, Scott, come out and join us here at McGillicuddy's for the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. We're out here 98th and Quaker, south side of town. Easy to find us here at McGillicuddy's Grill and Pub. And as Scott said, we've got the 225 Shiner Bock and Shiner Black tonight. Big crowd out here. Everybody all excited after the Texas Tech win. So come out here, join us. We're at McGillicuddy's, 98th and Quaker. And don't forget, best place in Lubbock to get your Shiner Bock and Shiner Black. 225 tonight until close.
Amen to that. How's the atmosphere out there, sir?
It's incredible. I mean, everybody's excited, as you would expect, and McGillicuddy's great place to go out tonight for your post-game party.
And I venture to say very fan-friendly, especially to the Texas Tech fan tonight.
Oh, yeah. We've already had the fight song going off, and as you might expect, some sad UT fans there as well. But get your guns up and come out here to McGillicuddy's.
Amen to that. Robert, we'll check in with you a little later. Now we got to get to some of these fans online.
All right, thanks, Scott.
All right, see you later. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. A little full up right now when you hear somebody drop off, hop back on, because like I said, TJ's getting paid by the hour, and I'm here until you folks are run out of energy. We'll just say that. Let's go to Craig. Craig, you're on line one. Welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
What's going on, guys? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm on university right now, and it's crazy. I've seen about 20-something number of people jumping on cars and lots of horns honking. Tonight was great. Lots of good things. you know you got a special team when it comes down to the last second and you win a game like that as big as it was.
A minute and a half, and 5 and 6 took care of business.
You know,
and when not to not mention the offensive line, and Easy Ed had a catch in there. Morris, I think, had a catch in there. I mean, it was a total team effort, and you know the offense came in at the end. They hadn't really. They struggled a little bit in the second half, but they came in and helped out the defense because those guys were tired. But the defense played an absolutely monstrous first half.
Yeah,
and it was a total team effort tonight.
Definitely, you know. I think UT had the ball right before they scored that last touchdown. There's, I think, 2 minutes and 30-something seconds left. A couple of us were saying, well, let's go ahead and let them score because they're running time off the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And that way it gives us a little bit more time to get down there and score. But, man, it couldn't have ended any better than how it did, you know.
A storybook ending. And I'll take all the nerves for that whole fourth quarter for the ending. I'll take it.
Yeah, I hear you. That's all I was going to say.
All right. Any people jumping in the fountain yet?
No, I can't see that far. I'm trying to pick up my tailgate equipment, and it's taking me 45 minutes to get here. So, just gonna say one more thing. That you know, there hasn't been a game like this for me since I was going to Tech in 2002 when we beat them, and. This is just crazy. This is great for the university and great for the program, definitely. So,
all right, Craig. Hey, good thoughts tonight. Hey, go enjoy it tonight and take the long way home. How about that?
I think I'm going to have to hit the interstate on this one. So,
all right, we'll see you later.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's just keep them rolling. Aaron, good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. Hello, Aaron.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, we're just holding court here.
Hey, I want to first of all say I love Texas Tech. I love Lubbock, and you know what? Guns up, national championship. Here we come. Guns up.
Hey, one thing at a time, man. But hey, tonight it's okay to have those dreams and aspirations because this team has earned the fun they're having right now. This team has earned it over the last several years.
You know what? I'm going to say right now, I'm in the military. I've been away for 10 years. You know what? I love everything about Texas Tech University and what our football program has brought to Lubbock, Texas, and we're going to do it all the way this year.
All right. Hey, we're real quick, Craig, where are you serving from?
I'm in the United States Army. I'm here in Lubbock. I'm about to be an officer in the military. I'm a staff sergeant. I just came back from Hawaii. And we're going to do it this year.
Hey, man. Hey, we appreciate your service to our country. Enjoy it, and you shouldn't have to pay for a Shiner tonight. That's for darn sure.
Hey, love you guys. Keep it real. Guns up. Record set.
All right, we'll see you later. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. We'll just there's nothing I can say that would match what's going on right now. Let's do we got Chuck on line 3? Okay, let's go to Chuck on line 3. Chuck, good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Good evening, Scott. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm just sitting back and enjoying the evening.
Same here. I had to watch the game from the house. Couldn't get into town. Of course, couldn't get a ticket. Hardest ticket in the state this week.
Hey, that's okay.
But you know what? I think the last time I was this happy was my wedding.
Well, that goes without saying.
I mean, it was when they scored and when Texas scored and then when Jamal got that kickoff return, I knew, okay, they gave us way too much time. They left us way too much time on the clock.
And a timeout.
Yeah, it's like we got this.
And that's what the best part about this team won this game.
Yeah.
Defense won the first half. Offense struggled a little bit, but offense came up in the end and helped win the game. And that's what I'm most happy for. There's no official stuff that we have to worry about. There's not any close call. There's none of that. This team won this game over the number one team in the country.
Oh yes, and man, I live in kind of the house I live in, I got like 3 roommates and my wife, and the my wife's out for the weekend, but my other 3 roommates aren't that big a football fan, so I kind of had to control myself somewhat. But oh my God!
Hey, go out in the city, go to campus and just run around.
I want to. If I didn't live out here on the east edge of town, I would. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this one for a while.
Hey, until next Saturday. How about that? We'll give you a little pass, but hey, enjoy it and just take it all in, because this kind of moment doesn't happen very often.
No, it don't, and I totally agree with the one caller that said I don't want us to be number 1. I want us to be like 3 or maybe even 4.
Ooh, if that happened, there could be some upset folks in red and black next week and take it out on the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Exactly. You have a good evening, Chuck.
All right. Thanks, Chuck. Take care.
All right.
We're just going to keep them rolling. Justin, on line 4. Good evening, Justin.
What's up, guys?
Hey, just enjoying a win over the number 1 team in the country.
My goodness. Guys, can you write a better story than this for the whole week, man? Just the week hyped up as the biggest game in Tech history, which it was.
And they won.
Yeah, and you win. And it's on national TV, and it's commentated, like, game day comes to Lubbock, and it's commentated by the best, like, commentators in the game, like Munzberger. It's amazing.
And you just have to sit there and pause and think, did this, not that you doubted it, but you're like, this really did happen.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, I'm sorry if, like, my voice is kind of cracky. Like, I've been yelling all night. Oh, it was ridiculous. But I sure would, like, love to hear, like, Munzberger call that final play, man.
What was your favorite part of the day aside from the game? Did you hit game day, just the tailgate? What was it?
Game day, just the whole atmosphere. It was waiting in line, walking to the game, people shouting Raider power at random times, man. Just Lubbock was so, like, on edge and sweet, man.
What were your thoughts when Corso put on the Red Raider hat?
That surprised me because Corso doesn't really like Tech that much, really, like what I noticed.
Yeah, and I was scared. You know, he's about 50-50, but he missed on Ohio State last week, but he took it home when he fired the guns today.
Yeah, of course you got to say yes to Texas Tech here, man. You would have a whole town of, like, the head against you. But my heart nearly sank whenever I thought, like, we tipped that ball and they almost intercepted it, man.
Oh yeah.
I sank, and then I didn't know. I was sitting in the student section. And I didn't think Crabtree got in. Like, I don't even know, like, why Graham threw the ball that way. I didn't see anything because it was so far in the sideline.
Yeah, and what I was scared what would happen, I was scared that Crabtree would be called, you know, they'd review, they'd step out of bounds or something, and then time would have expired.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, man. Yeah, but that was just horrible, like, coverage on them. Like, they should have pushed him out of bounds, but they just, like, missed tackles, like, all night.
Yeah, and he was open all night, and they just kind of funneled the offense on the other side in the second half.
You can't write a better ending than that, man. Like, your two, like, Heisman candidates, like connect for, like, the final game to be the number 1 team in the nation. Wow, like, you can't write that.
And everything we went through as fans in that fourth quarter was totally worth it.
Yeah, man, but, like, this next game, and I think it worries me more than the Texas game actually did, man, because, like, Oklahoma State, I think, has a better offense than Texas, man. Oklahoma State's ridiculous.
Well, we'll see. It'll be another. It could be a shootout, absolutely, more than this one was tonight.
But it's a good game all around, man. It's a great day to be alive in Lubbock, man.
Hey, amen to that. Justin, be safe tonight.
You too, man.
All right, we'll see you later. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. A couple more calls before another break. Let's go to line 1 and Bobby. Bobby, good evening. Welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Good evening. I just wanted to say that I've watched Tech football since Steve Sloan and Rodney Allison and Dan Irons, and this is the most heart that a Tech team's had in a long time, and I just hope they keep on going.
Hey, amen.
This is great for the city of Lubbock, and we have a lot of good athletes this year, and I think it'll be great for recruiting also.
I hope so. There was a kid, apparently there was a kid, and are you still there?
Yes.
There was a kid who was already committed to USC, but decided to take a trip out to Lubbock this weekend. That's how big this game was.
Well, I hope he enjoyed his trip.
I hope exciting. So. And I'm pretty sure he's a receiver, so if he wants to see the way football is played out here, he got a prime showing of that. But everything that you said, I absolutely agree with, and I'm really happy for the folks who have been Texas Tech fans for a long time. And Bobby, had to cut you loose, had a little bit of feedback there. But for all you folks who, you know, or have watched Texas Tech football since the 50s and 60s. I'm happiest for you all because, time in, time again, even last week, even this week, the quote-unquote typical Tech might not have come out on top, either side. And there are a number of reasons why, but those folks are who I'm the happiest for because they've been around a lot longer than I have. Let's go to Tony. Tony, good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Hey, listen, I really appreciate y'all for having me on. Hey, I'd like to just make a couple comments. I was one of those guys. I started Tech in '76, and I went from Sloan all the way to Jerry Moore, and when we kind of started going down and had not, but I've never gotten down on Tech. I've always still been a fan, and this to me was the most electrifying game. The crowd noise was just, it was basically, it was hurting my ears, but I was yelling just like everybody else, and this was a team effort. I did not. You can't say any one person or anything. Crabtree's great catch at the end and the great throw. That's just Texas Tech football, baby. That's how we do it in the bowl games. That's how we do it in the big time, and we look good on TV tonight, I'll guarantee.
Hey, they sure did. How did I was kind of skeptical about the blackout, but I guess we can throw that out the window now.
Yeah, we're not Georgia, right?
Apparently, yeah. I'm saying the Georgia thing. There's a lot of things that you just didn't want it to be too cliche, but Texas Tech just throwing Norm out the window and doing whatever the heck they want.
Well, I tell you what, the gods were watching over Texas Tech, and I got calls from all over the country during the game, missed calls, and there was no way I could even hear them if I knew the phone was ringing, I'll guarantee you. But I'll tell you what, I was really proud of our Red Raiders, and I look forward to next week, and I think they played a real good team. Texas is tough, and so we need to just keep our heads up and say, hey, man, we did great, and let's go on for the next one and go on, man.
They made you win this game. Team 9-0 for the first time since 1938, and because now you are 9-0, you have the opportunity. You're on the inside track to Kansas City December 6th and maybe a January bowl game in a really, really sunny climate.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm from Florida, so maybe that'd be good also. Maybe the Orange Bowl or something like that.
Hey, short trip for you if it works out right.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate it. You guys have a great night. Wait, here's my wife. Say something.
My grandma's 95. My granddad's roommate was Preston Smith, and she was watching this game tonight.
Wow, and I'm sure she was just jumping out of her chair.
Well, she can't jump, but she was doing. I know she was screaming. So anyway, she was doing the best she could.
All right, well, thanks for sharing that with us.
Okay.
All right, take care, y'all. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. One more call. Let's go hit Alan on line 3. Alan.
Hey, Scott, quite a night. Couldn't hardly get through to you tonight.
Hey,
man.
You know what? Hey, we will be here as long as it takes until everybody gets their say, until it's over, until the Shiner Bock quits flowing. We'll just say that.
Sure appreciate you having this show tonight, man, so everybody can really crow about this one. But I just have to say that was one hell of a defense tonight, and particularly guys Kobe Whitlock, Brandon Williams, and
Dixon played well.
I'm having a mental block. That's so bad.
Marlon Williams had some huge tackles.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think. Goodness, I'll go on to something else because he'll come to me. He's usually my hero, and I'm just having a mental block about him tonight. Our other good defensive pass rusher, that's junior college transfer,
McKenna Dixon.
Yeah, McKenna Dixon. What a hell of a job! They sure did a great job tonight. But you said the refs weren't a problem, and I agree they weren't. But to me, how did they manage? How did Texas? Our guy, when he downed it early on, and got to safety then, but he was out of the end zone. This guy was laying on his back or in the end zone and stuck out his head and stopped the ball from going into the end zone. Is that legal?
What are you talking when?
The Texas guy did. on our punt, on their punt.
I know. And that's one of those rules, and they had a better look at it than I did. And like I said, that's one thing I'm glad it didn't matter. The folks in stripes didn't matter. There was some breaks both ways, and that was kind of my point there.
Yeah, I think the officiating was better tonight than it usually is when we play Texas.
Yeah, because 06, there's too much left up in the air. Same thing with last year, and none of it is. You know, it was a pretty well called game. Both sides, you kind of say, well, you got one there, but Tech got one back, blah blah blah, and it kind of evened out. And like I said, this team won this game.
But what I really appreciated, I thought, oh, here we go again. You know, when Texas went ahead by a point there.
Oh, I know.
And by golly, then all of a sudden, you know, the offense that couldn't get a touchdown came back. And who would have thought we would have had such a dang good kicking game as far as people making field goals, people making extra points. Just a terrific job, I thought. You know, Corona did a great job tonight, I thought.
And that doesn't need to
all
be
of his kicks going deep into the end zone where they couldn't return it with their good returners they got.
That's true. And Corona's job tonight on the field goal does not need to go unnoticed because he doesn't make that field goal. Texas could go in and really do some damage.
But I just thought that was a great, just a wonderful team effort. Makes Tech look good. I hope we had all the recruits here tonight because everybody did their part. The crowd, the team, everybody did their part tonight.
Well,
and including y'all. Thanks again for having the show. I'll get off and I know a lot of people are trying to call.
That's true. We're lining them up. Alan, thanks for the call. Thanks for calling every week. And with time to take a break. We'll stack them up again, 770-526, 1-800-658-2625. The Shiner Bock Fan Feedback in studio tonight because, wasn't going to compete with the band. And, hey, start up the band and keep them playing for a long time. And we'll talk more about Texas Tech football knocking off the Texas Longhorns 39-33. Harrell to Crabtree from 28 yards with 8 seconds left. More after this, the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340.
Talk about today's game right now. Call in at 770-5526. The Shiner Bock Fan Feedback continues on Sports Radio 1340.
My name is Peter Takis, and I'm the QA manager at Spätzle Brewery.
Peter is really, really picky.
My job is really to act as the eyes and ears of the brewery.
Peter, he's a particular guy.
I'm a thorn in everybody's side because I try to make sure that the beer is always at the highest possible quality. If we don't feel that a particular batch is up to snuff, we will stop it from going forward.
Peter could be a real pain in the neck.
What makes Shiner different from all the other beers in the world? I make it.
McGillicuddy's, Lubbock's newest and hottest pub and restaurant, has all the games this season. Texas Tech, Big 12, SEC, even the Cowboys. There's TVs everywhere, including our giant 106-inch big screen. We've got QB1, pool, and video games, too. McGillicuddy's is the place to go watch and be watched. We feature 25 incredible sandwiches and burgers, and we proudly serve over 100 ice-cold beers from all over the world. This season, make a change in your starting lineup and come to McGillicuddy's, an authentic Irish pub at 98th and Quaker.
Great service is no accident. The next time you need a body shop, why not choose the very best in West Texas? Skog&Dickey GM Certified Auto Body Center. People have trusted Skog&Dickey for over 80 years with all their automotive needs. And Skog&Dickey's Auto Body Center offers repairs from most makes and models, including foreign and domestic. You can actually watch your car being repaired by expert craftsmen when you visit our website at sdbodyshop.com. Great service is no accident. So visit Skog&Dickey Auto Body Center on Spur 327. Se habla español.
Experience the joy of designing your own ring at Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
That's Jared!
Let the experts at Jared show you how easy it is to create an engagement ring that reflects your own personal style. Choose from their popular settings in platinum or hundreds of settings in gold. Then select the perfect diamond from thousands at Jared in a wide variety of shapes and sizes to create a ring that's yours and yours alone.
It can only be Jared!
Find a Jared store or shop anytime at jared.com.
Prostate cancer. It's an important subject. Did you know there are more new cases of prostate cancer each year than any other cancer? That's why it's so important to get regular doctor checkups and ask about ways to reduce your risk of prostate cancer. You can also switch your multivitamin to One-A-Day Men's Health Formula, a complete multivitamin specially formulated with selenium, which emerging research suggests may help reduce the risk of prostate cancer. One a day, the official multivitamin of Major League Baseball.
Sunday Night Football features Matt Castle and the New England Patriots as they battle for AFC playoff positioning. New England at Indianapolis, Sunday night at 6:30 on Sports Radio 1340.
It's going to be second out and 13 from the Tech 19-yard line. McCoy this time play action, drops back to throw, getting pressured, he's sacked. Back at the 23-yard line, it's Brandon Williams that does it. Williams with his 9th sack of the season, and that'll push the football back another 3. Third down, 16. Back goes McCoy to throw. Looking, can't find anybody. Pressured. Now he's coming out of the pocket, rolling right tackle for another sack. Oh, wow, back at the 27. And this time it's Marlon Williams that makes the sack. And the Red Raider defense has come to play tonight.
First, I'd like to congratulate Texas Tech on the great game that they played throughout the night. And also, I'd like to apologize to Coach Leach. I couldn't find him on the field after the game, and I think that's the first time in my life I haven't been able to get to the other coach to shake his hand, and he sure deserved it. They did a great job with their team, and they played really well, and I was proud of our guys because we didn't play consistently well tonight. We had a lot of problems, and to their credit, they kept fighting back and fighting back and fighting back, and all we did scored too quick. We should have taken some more time off the clock down at the end, and two great players made a great play at the end of the game for them to win.
Words from Mac Brown from the Texas locker room. Texas Tech knocking off the number 1 Longhorns 39-33. A lot of firsts tonight. 500th win in the program's history. Texas Tech 9-0 for the first time since 1938. And 5-0 for the first time ever in the Big 12. This is the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. Of course, the platform is yours. I'm merely the bus driver, Scott Fitzgerald, as we approach 1 o'clock on Sports Radio 1340. We'll go back to the phones. Andrew, you're leading us off this segment. Welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Well, this is Andrew, and I'm a first-time caller here. I'm actually, my niece goes to school here, and I'm from Stillwater, so that tells you something, okay?
All right, we'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah, watch out for the Cowboys. Don't get. I noticed you said something on the radio earlier about going to the national championship, getting a Sunday game, winning all out. That ain't going to happen, pal. Well, these Oklahoma schools are ready for you now.
Okay. Are you trying to throw a damper on our party?
I'm trying to put a little damper on your party because the party's not over yet. You still have 3 more games to go for before you become number 1, okay? And I don't think that's going to happen. Watch out for USC, Penn State, and Alabama.
All right, thanks. The Cowboys from Oklahoma score their points all wrong. There won't be too many, and they ain't too strong. We'll work on the rest of that the next week, but that's all I got to say about that. Hey, this is tonight. Just give it to the fans, and if you want to talk that kind of stuff, that's cool. But we'll worry about that. And that guy sounded like someone I recognize. So congratulations on sneaking in. Let's go to Kelly. Kelly, good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Yeah, Scott, that guy sounded like a guy we used to hear all the time from named Rico that used to call on these shows. And
you and I have the same ears.
Yeah, back then though, he was a Texas fan, or whoever happened to be the team du jour is who he's for. So you don't need to put a whole lot of stock in what he says anyway. And I wouldn't consider it rude of you to hang up on anyone who calls to put a damper on your party tonight. By the way,
that's right.
Hey, I've been affiliated with these Tech football games in some capacity since 1977, and as I was standing down on the field tonight at the ball game, I made the comment to one of the other guys down there. In fact, it was I think it might have been David from Channel 28 was down there with me, and
let me stop you. I'm supposed to say right now, Ryan Hyatt does not like David Collier.
Sorry, you tell Ryan that he can pick his friends differently than most of us anyway, but that's another story for another day.
You're right.
Anyway, I pointed out to Collier that I don't know that I'd ever seen the entire fan base standing in unison. I'm not talking about, the students stand all the time, but the the West Side fans were standing almost the entire game tonight.
The old folks stood up. How about that?
Yeah, it was incredible. I really thought it was. I've been fortunate through the years to be in a lot of outstanding football stadiums, and I thought tonight was about as electric a stadium as I've been in the 30-some-odd years I've been going to college football games around this country. And a lot of credit to and I'll, as a aside, pretty classy comments by Coach Brown following what had to be just a devastatingly heartbreaking game for him and his team. And I've always thought he was a pretty classy guy, and it's hard for me to say that about anybody from Texas, but I think that's true tonight. But just pointing out that the two great players made a great play and they left too much time on the clock, and that was my thought exactly when they scored, was that we get a decent return, we're going to have a chance to get it all the way down the field and at least have a chance at a field goal. And it worked out even better than that, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. And you wonder if what you saw really happened, and if you're going to wake up in the morning and the score is still going to be 39-33.
Well, I know you weren't around for this, but back in, I think it was 1982. My years may get crisscrossed here because a lot of things have happened since that. But it's just amazing the difference in the atmosphere from what happened tonight to what happened when we played SMU and had a chance to beat them back in the day when they ran the trick play on the kickoff.
Yeah.
And that to me that's both ends of the spectrum in this stadium that you can look back on through history and say, I saw that happen, and I tell you, tonight was incredible the way it worked out, and like you say, the whole week. But the one thing that I want to caution Tech fans, and I know Coach Leach and his crew will take care of the guys, but basically what this means is Tech just advanced to the next round of the playoffs. And,
that's right. You have earned the right to go after a 10-0
That's right,
mark.
and the fans need to revel in this tonight and enjoy it. But come Monday morning, this fan base needs to get behind this team again, just like they did this week, and realize that they can be a big factor on beating Oklahoma State next week because, even what Rico said is true. Oklahoma State's going to bring a good team in here, and we'll have to be ready to play them.
Oh, absolutely. And taking
but
nothing away from them, but enjoy it tonight and then get back to work the next day.
Sounds great. Hey, good job on the show, and I'll get off here and let somebody else holler at you.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Take care. All right, let's just keep it rolling. Let's go to Michael.
Hey, Scott, what's going on?
Hey, just hanging back, enjoying the evening.
Exactly. Hey, first of all, great win. And I don't want to take anything away from the players or the coaching staff or anything else, but just kind of bothered by the way that it ended up with everybody running out on the field and everything. At what point for this team do you get to where, you're expected to win, and I thought today coming in that we were expected to win. Then the country voted with us to win. Why do our students do this every game? It seems like even the Nebraska game, they almost just let loose and ran out on the field. I just don't agree with it. What do you think, Scott?
Well, I think that, part of it is you have to, and thanks for the call, but you have to take it for what it is. And student, part of the reason that this thing got so hyped up was those students that basically lived out in a parking lot and probably didn't shower too often for the better part of a week. And having been there and done it in 98 and a couple other times when I was a student, I can't put a whole lot of blame on them. Number one team in the country, first time you ever knocked them off then, blackout game day, all this stuff, all the emotion had to spill out somewhere, and it spilled out onto the field. That being said, you have to take it into context. You have earned the right to go to 10-0, to go to play a game to be 10-0 next week against Oklahoma State, who will probably come in here sitting about number 6 or 7. And if the same thing happens next week, you got to kind of frown on that a little bit more. But tonight, you kind of give them a pass and just say, you know what, a lot of firsts tonight, 500th win, and it's okay. Now, you gotta grow up a little bit, but at the same time, tonight you give them a pass. And thank you for calling. And that's kind of my thoughts on it. I kind of expected it to happen. I wasn't surprised at all, just because with all the buildup, it had to go somewhere. You can't contain them. You can only contain emotion for so long. And once that thing hit, and once Crabtree hit the end zone, you knew it was going to happen. And so, don't really fault them, but you gotta be a little bit more educated, Because, I mean, next week is going to be a top 10 matchup again. It's going to be on ABC more than likely. We don't know. Do we have a time yet? We heard that come out? Yeah, that'll come out sometime tomorrow. And it will, you're playing for a little bit more. This team, I don't know that this team has ever been 10-0. 38. They didn't hit 10-0 and 38, did they? Yeah, it was 9. So, I mean, that's something else you got to play for. More than likely, judging from the discussions that were had in the ESPN College Game Day final, it's going to be Penn State, it's going to be Alabama, and it's going to be the Red Raiders. And, boy, and that gives them something else to play for. Now, the penalties on that celebration, there have been celebration penalties called. When Tack kicked the field goal to beat UTEP, and then something happened and there was a penalty, and then they enforced the penalty anyway. I think you can go a little bit overboard on it. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But and you don't want the fans to cost the Raiders some yardage, and it was a pretty scary kickoff. But you just keep it all in perspective. Do it once, enjoy it, but now you got to get back to business. Because as a lot of the guys said afterwards, it's a grueling 3 games left, and hopefully these boys are counting on playing 4 games left in the regular season, if you know what I mean. Chess, you've been waiting long enough. We'll quit talking and turn it over to you. Good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Oh, thank you, guys.
The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I haven't heard too much about people saying. I heard you just say about 500 to win, but I think it's kind of ironic how we beat Texas, which is a real big rival. They're number 1, and it's our 500th win. I don't see how that could be any bigger as a 500th win.
The stars just kind of aligned.
Yeah, just a little too much.
Yeah. Well, what was your favorite part of the day?
There's too many to really pick out. Didn't see a lot of, the Crabtree tiptoe, and I couldn't tell what he was, where he was. They just started cheering, and I was like, okay, I'll go with it. Charbonnet's interception return for a touchdown, I mean, that was electric.
And that really, I mean, the Raiders were kind of rolling back on their heels a little bit, and when that happened, that kind of maintained the pace of the game as far as the defense was setting.
Oh, yeah, and it kind of, being in the crowd, it kind of electrified. Everybody got everybody back up. It kind of shut the Texas fans back down. We had a poor guy sitting down from us. He looked like he wanted to kind of just go and sit in a hole for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and we had a couple near us, and they got a little loud a little bit, but not too much. But and you know what I noticed, like when Texas and OU fans when things start going bad for them, they just start swearing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all this stuff, and that's actually kind of enjoyable to watch. Just see them get frustrated and bent out of shape and all that stuff, and and the good guys came home the victor.
Yeah, they did. And I've gone to the Insight Bowl and to the Gator Bowl last year, and this game, I mean, completely blows those 2 comebacks out of the water, pretty much.
Like I can only imagine. I wasn't able to make those trips, but I've never seen the Jones as electric as it was.
Yeah,
as it was this evening.
Yeah, and it was insane. It was kind of hard to ever sit down. I never sat down. I think I sat down maybe after the kickoff, and maybe once after that, maybe at halftime. I think it was the only time I ever sat down, and that was about it.
Hey, hats off to you. Hey, did you camp this week?
No.
Okay.
I live in Levelland. I go to SPC.
Okay.
But I'd be out there if I could.
Hey, I understand it. Hey, but bring it next week, all right?
Okay.
All right, we'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Approaching the 1 a.m. hour here on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback. Not at McGillicuddy's tonight, in studio. Just didn't want to compete with the band tonight. Wanted to be able to hear y'all. Wanted y'all to be able to sound off. And so we're in studio. Robert Snyder out of McGillicuddy's having he's probably the mayor of McGillicuddy's right now. That's probably a safe bet. And they're serving 225 Shiner Bock, Shiner Black, McGillicuddy's. When you wake up tomorrow at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, go check the late NFL games along with the evening Sunday night kickoff.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
See the Dallas Cowboys if they make the playoffs in the final year at Texas Stadium. And, hey, if they don't make the playoffs, you will be handsomely compensated. I can assure you of that. But McGillicuddy's a proud sponsor of the show. And go out there, 225 Shiner Bock and Shiner Black tonight. And, hey, they're not shutting it down anytime soon. Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340. We'll rack them up and knock them out when we return right after this.
The Shiner Bock Fan Feedback, brought to you by Shiner, celebrating 100 years of brewing next year.
The Shiner Blonde's roots are from the original Shiner beer brewed in 1909.
It was called Shiner Premium years and years back. That's what I grew up on. Just a nice blonde lager, easy drinking, smooth.
It's the old original and it's the best.
Actually, who knows the recipes? There's only a few.
Honestly, I think it's kind of a secret.
I'm not allowed to know them.
Different hoppings, different varieties of hops, different types of grains.
There's only a handful of people in the world that know the Shiner beer recipes, and we intend to keep it that way.
McGillicuddy's, Lubbock's newest and hottest pub and restaurant, has all the games this season. Texas Tech, Big 12, SEC, even the Cowboys. There's TVs everywhere, including our giant 106-inch big screen. We've got QB1, pool, and video games, too. McGillicuddy's is the place to go watch and be watched. We feature 25 incredible sandwiches and burgers, and we proudly serve over 100 ice-cold beers from all over the world. This season, make a change in your starting lineup and come to McGillicuddy's, an authentic Irish pub at 98th and Quaker.
If you want to get your Red Raider football in HD, then get to the Dish Store at J. Paley Wireless and ask about the new Turbo HD from Dish Network. HD packages start at only $29.99. J. Paley Wireless, 63rd in Frankfort and 82nd in Iola. J. Paley Wireless is a proud supporter of Texas Tech football. Go Tech!
Great service is no accident. The next time you need a body shop, why not choose the very best in West Texas? Scogin-Dickey GM Certified Auto Body Center. People have trusted Scogin-Dickey for over 80 years with all their automotive needs. And Scogin-Dickey's Auto Body Center offers repairs from most makes and models, including foreign and domestic. You can actually watch your car being repaired by expert craftsmen when you visit our website at sdbodyshop.com. Great service is no accident. So visit Scogin-Dickey Auto Body Center on Spur 327. Se habla español.
Recently, there's been some confusion between Emergency and the similar-sounding Wallaby. We would like to clear this up. Emergency is a uniquely formulated drink mix that boosts your health and energy. A Wallaby is a macropod, too small to be called a kangaroo. Emergency revs up your immune system with vitamins and minerals and tastes good. Wallabies taste gamey. Emergency comes in fizzy fruit flavors like raspberry and orange. Wallabies come in one flavor, Wallaby. We hope this clears things up. Emergency. Feel the good.
Sunday night, it's a matchup of two fierce rivals when the New England Patriots head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Hi, this is Dave Sims of Westwood One. Join Jim Fossil and me at Lucas Oil Stadium for all the action. Can Randy Moss and the suddenly resurgent Patriots grab a pivotal road victory? Or will Peyton Manning and the Colts begin to turn their season around with a win over their arch nemesis? If it's Sunday Night Football, it's right here.
New England at Indianapolis, Sunday at 6:30 on Sports Radio 1340.
Second 22. McCoy back to throw. Throws left side. Intercepted. Charbonnet at the 15. Going to the far side to 10. 5. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Daniel Charbonnet with the interception and score for Texas Tech.
Well, I never did find Mac, which I regret, and so nationally, please let him know that I have the utmost. I talked to Greg Davis, I talked to Cleve Bryant, and they told them the same thing. I got the utmost respect for him as a coach. He's the dean of our conference, and has done a tremendous job for years. Been an example for a lot of us, especially some of us younger guys, and so great coach and good game.
That about sums it up. Texas Tech 39, Texas 33. Red Raiders going to move up. The Longhorns going to move down in the polls. That's for sure. This is the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback as we pass 1 o'clock on Sports Radio 1340. Hey, we'll be here as long as you folks are, and make sure you enjoy your Shiner Bock responsibly. That's for sure. One thing I wanted to mention before we go forward with the phone calls: Scoggan-Dickey, the Auto Body Center at 5701 Spur 327. They're presenting the collision of the game. And we have we have a couple of nominees, and we may have a phone call break the tie, but the only GM certified body repair shop on the South Plains and West Texas. You can also see your repairs online at sdbodyshop.com. We've got two nominees. Number one, the Colby Whitlock safety. That set the tone for the entire evening on the defense. Colby Whitlock played an absolute monster of a game. Double teamed all night, and he wasn't the one really responsible for the pressure on McCoy. He was the one that had to sit back, and if McCoy took off, he had to at least get a body on him, and hopefully somebody else would get over there to help finish off the tackle. But that was Whitlock's responsibility tonight. Outstanding job, and then the safety as well, out of this world. The second nominee we have for the Scoggan-Dickey Auto Body Center collision of the game, the Brett Dewhurst hit on the opening kickoff coming out of the locker room. That set the tone, and Dewhurst knocked Shipley silly. He probably woke up, thought he was in Burnett and catching passes from Stephen McGee the second half. But that absolutely set the tone, and that's when you kind of thought that this thing is going to end in a positive way. Texas Tech 39, Texas 33. Phone number 770-5526. 1-800-658-2625. Let's go to Heath. Heath, good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Hey, how about them Red Raiders?
How about that?
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, you think we're going to get some respect now?
I don't know. It depends. Early on, they're going to, at least according to the ESPN Final Game Day, Bama's going to be 1, Penn State's going to be 2, and the Red Raiders are going to be 3.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Alabama, they struggled, against Arkansas State.
Hey, Bama's going to lose a game before it's all said and done.
Oh yeah, but I think we can go undefeated this year. We have a special team this year. No, we can do it. We can really do it.
One thing at a time. The team that has shown up as much hard as this team played with tonight, they got to bring that and more against the Pokes and against the Sooners the next 3 weeks. But
what I don't agree with how USC and Oklahoma are still ahead of us, and in this week's poll, which I don't see that
ain't going to happen. And if that happens, there's going to be some very, very upset fans and coaches and players coming out of Lubbock, Texas.
Oh yeah,
and all they'll do is take it out on the Cowboys.
Yeah. Hey, what y'all think about that play when Crabtree got flagged for that pass interference? I think that was a wrong call.
That was a very interesting call, and it seemed like the back judge and that side judge on the Texas sideline were a little more flag happy than the rest of the officiating crew.
Oh yeah, that dude just fell down. Crabtree, he didn't do nothing.
No, either that or Crabtree's that much stronger than him. And I'm just glad. That's the one thing I'm most happy about. Number one, this team won this game. No official, no review, none of that crap. This team won this game. It wasn't in the hands of the Zebras. It wasn't in the hands of anybody else except for the men wearing red and black.
Oh, yeah, we responded good. Our defense, I was so surprised of our defense. I know we can do it. We got a special team this year. We're going to go all the way this year.
Well, one game at a time. Go celebrate and have a shiner.
All righty, man. Y'all have a good night.
Take care. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. A couple lines available if you want to jump on and give us your thoughts, whether you're breaking down the tailgate, whether you're still tailgating, which, hey, if you want to achieve SEC status, roll out of there about Monday at 6 a.m., and we'll just see how that goes. Let's go to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
Hey, just almost too good to be true.
Exactly. That defense stepped up big time. Defense stepped up like the way they need to be stepped up.
They took the advice of Coach Knight in the game day pick'em. They went out and they did what Coach Knight told them to do.
Exactly. If we play like that, there's no reason why we're going to defeat it. And a BCS, maybe a national championship.
You never know. You never know. A lot of season left for that to happen, and now they celebrate tonight, but then come out with the same intensity. And we'll challenge the fans to do this too. You fans that wore black and jumped up, and all you folks that sit on the west side of the stands actually stood up tonight. Do it again next week, because next week's game is that much more important since you won tonight.
Exactly. And so on next weekend. But I just want to kind of give my 2 cents in there. And one last thing, Harrell for Heisman. That's all I got to say.
Amen to that.
All right, my man. We'll see you.
Take care. I think Graham Harrell, if he didn't reserve a trip to New York beforehand, I think we know what he's going to be doing that second week of December. Don't know how the votes will shake out, and it's I almost say that's secondary, but getting a guy to New York, I think that that went a long way in that effort tonight. Crabtree or Harrell, 2008 pass or catch. I know who I'm voting for on Tuesday. What a combo! What an absolute play! And this is one of those that 20, 30 years from now, when those guys come back and they're enshrined in the Texas Tech Hall of Honor, people are going to get a little choked up when they remember Harrell to Crabtree with 8 seconds left against number 1 Texas at Jones AT&T Stadium. We'll take a timeout, load back up the phones, the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340. We'll be back after this.
Talk about today's game right now. Call in at 770-5526. The Shiner Bock Fan Feedback continues on Sports Radio 1340.
Well, Shiner's a small town. It's supposed to be one of the friendly cities in Texas.
Quiet town. I was born in Shiner. Been here all my life. People are nice here.
We put a lot of pride into what we do.
I always dreamed of working at the brewery. Just working here is just awesome.
The work ethic in a small town is really key to our success.
It's a great job, close to the house. We just joke, laugh, talk, joke,
going into the 100-year anniversary, I feel proud, privileged, honored.
If I couldn't brew beer for a living, I guess I would be crying.
Hugo Reed and Associates. More than half a century of service to Lubbock and support for Texas Tech. The total land surveying and civil engineering firm. Surveys for residential, commercial, ranches and wells. Engineering for subdivisions and stormwater drainage studies. More than 50 years of tradition and support for Texas Tech. Hugo Reed and Associates.
When it comes to magnificent service by inspired professionals, it's Stewart Title Company of Lubbock. Stewart Title Guarantee Company since 1893. With its roots in Texas, the company has realized worldwide status and offers you and your family an enhanced real estate closing through advanced technology. Now access your files anytime from anywhere with SureClose, the 24-hour-a-day online transaction management system, sponsored by Stewart Title of Lubbock, Incorporated.
I've been farming around here for as long as I can remember. And over the years, I've seen a lot of things change. Some good and, quite honestly, some not so good. I'm glad I got to know the boys over at Steel Depot. They helped me choose the right metal building for me. It's sturdy and dependable, kind of like the boys over at Steel Depot. And you know what? That's good.
Steel Depot. We'll help you build it better in the Lubbock area. Call 744-7092 or come by Steel Depot on the Slayton Highway.
Monday night, it's an interconference showdown when Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Washington to face the Redskins. Hi, this is Wayne Larrabee, Westwood One. Join Boomer Esiason and me from the nation's capital for all the action. Can Jason Campbell, Clinton Portis, and the Redskins offense continue their solid play? Or will Mike Tomlin's stingy Steeler defense stop the Washington attack? If it's Monday Night Football, it's right here.
Pittsburgh at Washington, Monday at 7 on Lubbock Sports Leader, Sports Radio 1340.
Cruising right along, the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback, Sports Radio 1340. Boy, what a day 11-1-08 will go down in the laurels of Texas Tech history. Like the picture I'm staring at right now that has Billy Taylor leaping over the goal line with Rodney Allison, his arms up, signaling the touchdown. I believe that was 76 when that occurred. There's going to be a picture of Crabtree juking those defenders at the 5-yard line, waltzing in for the touchdown, and Michael Crabtree making the play when it absolutely counted. Shut down a little bit in the second half, but came back and just made a play. How about that? 39-33 the final. Our phone number is 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Normally we're out at McGillicuddy's. Want to emphasize that nothing but good things to say about McGillicuddy's. Just didn't want to compete with the sound of a band right next to us tonight. So we took it in studio. But one man who is probably, if you're not elected mayor of McGillicuddy's tonight, you will never hold political office in your lifetime. Let's go to Robert Snyder live from McGillicuddy's. What do we got out there?
Well, yes, still working on trying to become the mayor out here. You know how that goes. But 225 Shiner Black. Hey, we still got time before it hits 2 o'clock. And don't forget the time change.
That's right. You got an extra hour to celebrate tonight.
Yeah, extra hour to celebrate or sleep or whatever. So come out here to McGillicuddy's, 98th and Quaker. Well, I mean, we're taking the party all the way up to 2 a.m. tonight here. And as you can imagine, it's been pretty crazy out here tonight.
I can only imagine, and only a way that McGillicuddy's can do it.
That's right. And, they've been playing the fight song tonight. Beers are flowing and everything else. What more could you want from the sponsor of Shiner Bock Fan Feedback?
Hey, I'm a married man, so I'll let you answer that question.
Well, there you go. But yeah, 225 Shiner Black. If you're not going out tonight, don't forget, come out to McGillicuddy's tomorrow for all your NFL action. They'll have all the games on the Sunday ticket out there and Monday Night Football as well to get the week started off for you. So 225 Shiner Black tonight here at McGillicuddy's, 98th and Quaker on the south side of town. And they'll be open tomorrow for all your NFL game watching needs as well.
That's right. And we highly recommend the Shiner Black. If you haven't tried it, go give it a taste. You'll be glad you did. Also, the first beverage that I opened this morning was a Shiner 99. Pick some of that up at your local supply stores in Wolfforth and south on I-27. I can heartily recommend the fine family of Shiner beers. Every drop of Shiner beer brewed in Shiner, Texas. 77984. Anything else, Mr. Snyder?
Just come on out here. Time's a wasting.
All right. Well, we got people to talk to, but we'll see if we can't head out there and enjoy a celebratory beverage or two. Robert, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Scott.
All right, we'll see you later. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Those are the phone numbers. Like I said, I will take this as long as you guys want to take it. This is your night. Texas Tech fans, you earned it tonight. An absolutely stellar crowd today at ESPN Game Day. Lee Corso, hey, he picked the Raiders, fired the guns, and that may have offset the pick mojo. I mean, if he just puts on the headgear, all right, but he fired the guns, and I thought he might when after seeing what he did, he put the Sooner schooner thing on his head and fired that little pop gun, and a lot of good it did the Sooners against Texas. But he fired the real thing with the Red Raiders in the house and the general in the house. And did you see the look from Herb Street and Fowler when he shot the guns? That was priceless. Let's go to Ron. Ron, good evening. You're on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, it's 1:20 a.m. We're still going strong.
Man, over the years, me and you and the whole crew have been butting heads about this team. And finally, they have arrived. Texas Tech has arrived.
And it took Harrell to Crabtree, two very special players with 8 seconds to go to do it.
Because you know me, that 1 second when I thought that that Texas had that interception, I thought it was all she wrote. I was celebrating and everything, but it turns out that it was an incomplete pass, and Harrell threw that last pass to Crabtree for a touchdown. It was amazing. That takes a lot of guts and a lot of heart to go for it in that type of situation and everything, and just pull it off. That was amazing.
Well, and after struggling the entire second half, I thought, boy, how is this going to end? Because I knew you had to figure that Texas was probably going to score. Even when you were up 32-26, you figured Texas was going to score. The questions I had, I said, is this team going to answer if they do score, and will there be enough time? The answer to both, yes and yes. And actually, I wondered, up 3, I wondered why Mike Leach didn't go, at least think about going for it on the play he kicked the field goal, because I thought, 3 is not going to win this game, but Leach knew what he was doing. He's got a lot of grit.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The defense stepped it up. The whole team was just amped up, and they just pulled it off. They just clobbered Texas. Texas, they struggled throughout the whole game, and man, I wouldn't even doubt. I wouldn't even be upset if Tech was rated number 2 in the BCS if they did do that, because Penn State had a bye. And this is just amazing. And everybody needs to get out there and try to convince the game day crew to stick around for this upcoming weekend for Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. They need to stick around because this mojo needs to keep on going.
Hey, amen to that. And do it all again. And I don't know, have we done any research as to whether or not game day has been at the same place back-to-back weeks?
I don't think so. I know that they did with Texas, that they hung around with Texas twice, but I don't know if it was back to back, and I don't know if it was like in the same home setting. I know that they did when they played against when Texas played against Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry.
Yeah, that was once in Dallas and once in Austin.
Yeah, but as far as back to back in the same setting, same town, I don't think they ever did that, and this will be amazing for first to ever happen. So everybody that's out there needs to go over there and try to convince Lee Corso and all of them to stick around for another week, because it's going to be amazing.
Hey, we'd entertain them for a week. We'd have fun. We've had fun with those boys.
Oh yeah, man! I'm telling you, this whole town is going to go bonkers down.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see it happen. Ron, thanks for the call.
Take it easy.
All right, take care. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Load them up. Hey, we'll knock them out as long as it takes. It is the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340.
You're listening to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340.
I was born and raised in Shiner, and I've been at the brewery 27 years now.
Shiner's brewing process, it's probably the most complex, standard American brewing process there is.
I've been drinking Shiner Bock for like 18 years now. I haven't tasted anything that's close to it.
I say the best beer is Bock. Shiner Bock is our biggest seller. Bock gets its amber color through roasted malt.
What makes Shiner Bock so special is really an easy answer. It's easy to drink.
It's real smooth. I call it my evening tea.
Since 1960, the folks at ASCO have been helping hard-working West Texans get all the equipment they need for pulling, pushing, paving, lifting, loading, hauling, drilling, and digging. With more makes and models, they opt to rent, lease, or buy, and around-the-clock support. If ASCO doesn't have it, you don't need it. Call us at 745-2000. Let's get to work. ASCO, your equipment partner.
This sports exclusive is brought to you by ASCO Equipment. Visit us on the Slayton Highway or at ASCOEQ.com.
Few meals are as good as a hamburger. A thick, juicy burger cooked just the way you want, with cheese and piled high with fresh vegetables. Served on a mound of seasoned fries and with a smooth, thick milkshake. Are you hungry yet? So am I. Fuddruckers, 5501 Slide Road. Come by and check out Fuddruckers Fudd Meal Deals and the specially priced kids' meals. Fuddruckers, the world's greatest hamburger, because it's built by you. Fuddruckers, now locally owned and operated by Red Raiders. Fuddruckers, 5501 Slide.
McGillicuddy's, Lubbock's newest and hottest pub and restaurant, has all the games this season. Texas Tech, Big 12, SEC, even the Cowboys. There's TVs everywhere, including our giant 106-inch big screen. We've got QB1, pool, and video games, too. McGillicuddy's is the place to go watch and be watched. We feature 25 incredible sandwiches and burgers, and we proudly serve over 100 ice-cold beers from all over the world. This season, make a change in your starting lineup and come to McGillicuddy's, an authentic Irish pub at 98th and Quaker.
Coming up on the next Williams and Hyatt Show.
Brian Hyatt here. What do you think we're doing this weekend? Well, same thing you're doing. Can't wait to get together again Monday night at Rudy's on the program. We'll be taking your calls on everything Texas Tech Texas related. We'll try to squeeze in a little Dallas Cowboy stuff, but don't hold us to it. So y'all get ready, get hungry, and come see us Monday night at Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
The Williams and Hyatt Show, weekday afternoons from 4 to 7 on Sports Radio 1340.
Yeah, that's what we had to do. We didn't play well at all the first half. They played harder than us. That's the bottom line in the first half. The second half, we came out, scored some points, and went up at the end. And it's a tough loss, but we got to keep our hands up.
Tremendously healthy. That's the greatest thing about Texas Tech of all. No injuries here. Quite frankly, since both they had that rule, and then I developed the presence of mind to not talk about injuries. It was one of the most miraculous things in the history of sports. I've pointed this out before. Never any injuries since then. Just remarkable. We haven't had one since, and it's amazing. So the fact that he's healthy as a horse certainly helped us.
Great, nice mellow music across the way. It is the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on Sports Radio 1340. Not wanting the night to end, taking your phone calls 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Let's just keep rolling through them. Let's go to William. William, good evening. Welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Good evening indeed. A great evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I just want to say that I was incredibly proud and happy with the effort the team gave tonight. And I tell you what, if Texas had gotten an interception right there at the end, that would have been a sick feeling. And I don't know the Longhorn who didn't make the interception there at the end, but I feel sorry for that guy tonight. He's not going to be sleeping very well. But not too sorry. The defensive line was awesome. In the first half, I couldn't believe it. And just thrilled, and I don't care what the shakedown is with the BCS standings. I'd say whatever it is, we've got to keep winning for it to matter. And if we do keep winning, then I'd say that our record, our schedule is good enough.
It is. I do know this for a fact, and people that have run and punched numbers, it is mathematically impossible for Texas Tech to win out and not be either number one or number two.
Yeah,
whether or not Penn State wins out, whether or not Bama wins out, it is mathematically impossible.
Our strength of schedule to this point was 70-something, which is higher than Alabama's, which is higher than Penn State's, but I think all three were in the 70s somewhere coming into this weekend.
Man, ours took a jump.
Yeah, if we can survive, and I'm not going to be like a lot of people say, "Woo, yeah, this is a national championship." I'm looking ahead at the next 2 weeks.
I'll let them celebrate tonight, but then got to get back down to earth tomorrow because the Pokes are going to. It's going to be a very high scoring game as most Texas Tech Oklahoma State games are.
Yeah, they went down to Austin, and if you take away the home field advantage, they played Texas absolutely even. So.
And they disposed of Iowa State pretty handily today.
Yeah, I didn't catch that final score, but
either 49 or 56-10.
Yeah, and Oklahoma took Nebraska out behind the woodshed as well.
Yes, they did. They're awfully mad, and they're mad at us. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. They've got even more reason than Texas to have that extra incentive as far as emotionally. But one thing I haven't heard anybody comment on is I wanted Leach to go for two after that last touchdown, just in case they had a miraculous return on our kickoff. If they did one of those laterals for a dozen plays or so, I thought, golly, go for two.
Well, and there were a couple of scenarios that could have played out because you were up by 5 at that point, and you wanted to be up by 7 just in case the improbable happened. But then if Texas if Texas returns it, then they're up, but they win 6-5 or more, whatever the score. If you miss it, they win without having to go for two or kick the extra point.
Right. The thing is that they'd have to make the extra point if we made our extra point. But I was thinking.
He knew what he was doing. He knew how it would end.
That was fine. After getting the 6, I was plenty happy. Whether it was 6, 7, or 8, I was plenty happy at that point. Because that play, I couldn't go to the game, but I was watching with my dad, who taught at Tech for, 30.
He's waited a while to see something like this.
I know. We moved to Lubbock when I was a baby, and my dad has taught here ever since. And my cousin, my brother, my mom, family, and it was a good hug with my dad after that game. So
I can imagine. Hey man, gotta keep moving.
All right,
but go celebrate and have a good evening.
You too.
All right, take care. 770-5526, 1-800-658-2625. Brad, you're up next. Welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Well, good morning.
That's right. Good morning.
Just wanted to comment on two things. I believe game day followed Texas 3 times back-to-back. The Oklahoma, Missouri, Oklahoma State game, if I remember correctly. So they went Oklahoma, Austin.
Where were they last week? Do we know that? No, because they were somewhere else last week.
Were they not? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and
they were at Ohio State last week.
Oh, Ohio State last week. Okay.
Yeah, and if there's I imagine they will probably go to LSU, Bama.
Probably. The other thing I was going to mention was the thing that I'm hoping for soon is Leach does great with talent, with the talent that he gets, and I'm hoping with these past 2-3 years we're going to start getting some of the players that would just be, the second wide receiver at Texas or Oklahoma start coming here, where we start getting even more talent and seeing what Mike Leach would be able to do with, instead of like the number 7 recruiting class in Big 12, where you can start getting the 3rd and 4th since we're that caliber of a team.
I understand what you're saying, and what's fun to watch, and you win, and you'll always win and lose some recruiting battles. But the receivers that Leach has gone after, and maybe signed, maybe not signed, he's gone after Shipley. He went after Jeremy Maclin. He went after Des Bryant. And actually, we thought Bryant would be here. We just, who knows, maybe T-Boone Pickens slipped something in his boot when he wasn't looking. And I'm kidding. But the guys that Leach recruited and he sought out are the guys that are making plays right now. And it's not just a 4-star guy. It's guys that you kind of had to sift through a little bit. And there are some guys right now that aren't playing, a la Rashad Hawk, a la the kid, what's his name? I'm not gonna. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm not gonna remember. But there are some kids not playing right now that have quite a bit of talent. And look what talent can do when it's running this quote-unquote system.
Right. And that's one thing I always hate is they'll always talk about, like they were talking about on game day at the end of the game, they're calling Oklahoma the best offense in the nation. But I'm like, we run it even better. We're the number 1 statistical offense. But then we get knocked for it being the whole system thing. But then back in the 90s, Nebraska winning their eye, that's talent. That wasn't the system.
That was the total system. And, there are only about 2 eye-backs for Nebraska that really have done a lot of stuff in the pros. One of them's Amon Green, and I'm talking of recent history.
Right.
One of them's Amon Green. The other one, Buckhalter, and he doesn't even really play.
Right. Well, I just wanted to comment on those things. Like I said, I really hope our talent level can even grow even more from this. And
hey, there are a lot of guys in town, and I can say this, and I'm kind of joking. There's a certain Friendship Tiger who is committed to the Texas Longhorns that, hey, if he saw the whipping that those boys took on the offensive line tonight, I might be rethinking my decision.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Walters. All right. Hey, take care, man.
All right.
Brad, take care. Thanks. Now, do we have is this a special guest? All right, let's go talk to Steve. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I have never been better, as a matter of fact.
All right.
What a great game.
Hey, from your vantage point, how crazy was it?
It was absolutely crazy. It got a little bit tight, a little bit tense there in the second half, certainly. Can't claim otherwise, but good night. What a way to play a game. What a way to end a game. I've been around a lot of them, and this is certainly one to remember.
I'm very happy for you guys who've been around way longer than I have. That have suffered through. I think Kelly called earlier. Suffered through the SMU game in '82. Suffered through the Rodney Allison game where he broke his leg. Suffered through that. Houston
those
game.
The stinking Aggies.
In '76, and even before that. And boy, they broke through and they did it. And the reward for being 9-0 is they have the right to go play to be 10-0.
Oh yeah, it just tremendous. But. Anyway, I didn't know, man, that you'd still be having the rewind going.
Oh, this is the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback, and hey, I am here until the Shiner Bock quits flowing. We'll just say that.
Well, there was still quite a contingent over at Mr. Fuller's bus there in front of the Citibank Auditorium, and I finally decided that at this hour of the morning, for an oldster, it was time to go home. And so. But I heard you on, and I thought, well, heck, I'll pass the time driving home, calling in.
Hey, I appreciate it, Steve, and good job with everything you do for the Texas Tech Network.
It was all the games are not exactly fun, but this one was definitely one fun, and we're going to have plenty of highlights posted various places. And actually, I'm submitting the final call of the game for the ticket there in Dallas for the Homer Call of the Week.
Hey, we'll take it.
Okay.
At this point, it doesn't matter. Take care, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's radio legend Steve Pitts, who is is he like the voice guy for the Crabtree Harrell campaign? That's right. He can be heard numerous places across the country this week. And with Election Day nearing, you have to choose pass or catch 2008. Let's go to Phyllis. Phyllis, welcome to the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback.
Hello, how are y'all doing? We're doing great in this car. We're all excited about the big-time victory.
Hey, you may as well drive around because you ain't sleeping tonight.
No, we sure aren't. We sure aren't. Look, I was wondering, have we heard anything else about Mike Leach's contract? I'm getting kind of nervous here thinking.
I know he earned a little bit of money tonight. That's what I know.
Well, I think what they need to do is just find out whoever's getting paid the most in the country and double it. And just give it to him because that's where all our money comes from anyway. Well,
that's I don't think Gary O'Hagan, his agent, would disagree with that.
Yeah. So do we know anything that's going on?
The status quo answer from anyone in the Leach camp or administration is that they will talk after the season because realistically, it didn't make sense for Tech to sign Leach to a quote unquote Pinkel or to eclipse Gary Pinkel or Mark Mangino. Or even knock on the door of the Stoopses and the Mac Browns of the world to do that before the season with everything that this season anticipated. And now 9-0, Leach has earned a pay raise definitely. And with each win that comes in November, he will earn more of a pay raise. And it will be up to the administration to find a point, whether it be in between the regular season and the bowl game or at some point very quickly after the bowl game to sit down with Coach Leach and his agent and say, hey, look, we want you here. Tell us what we need to do to keep you here. We're expanding the stadium. You've built this program up and, and probably, I forget what his win total's at, but if he wins, I want to say I forget what Leach's record is, and like I said, it's 1:30 in the morning, so my brain is a little shot. But within 3 years, with a reasonable record, Leach will be the all-time winningest coach at Texas Tech. And so, if you feel that that's worth it to you, and you're the administration, write the check.
Well, that sounds good to me. Do you think we can get the Donald to chip in, and maybe he could? We'll dedicate a building to him if he'll give us some extra money.
I imagine that if he could see it in the goodness of his heart to throw a little cash our way, we could name something after him.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe just to keep Leach around. But anyway,
thank
y'all.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, Phyllis. That's an interesting point, and I think a lot of people are waiting to see, how is this going to shake out, and not I think the fans, it's obvious that the fans want him here, and the fans want him to be here for quite a while. I think, and Mike Leach definitely earned a raise tonight. And what that number will be, it will be at the end of the season. He will have an offer on the table higher than Mangino, higher than Pinkel in Missouri, who just got bumps for either winning their division or going to a BCS bowl. Stoops has got the hardware. Brown's got the hardware. Hey, if Leach brings home the hardware, you may as well match whatever those guys are making. And I'm not kidding, because it would be well worth it. And so it's that's a sticky subject, and not ignoring it, but that's what's coming out. That's what the both sides are saying. And this, especially after this win, the Mike Leach to Clemson, Washington, Notre Dame, although I really don't see that happening. Who else has got a coaching opening? Fulmer's probably going to be out of Tennessee. And after that, who really knows? But you never know. But I hope that Mike Leach is the coach here as long as he wants to be, and he is compensated with or at the absolute top of the pay scale when it comes to coaches in the Big 12. How many more breaks we got, Mr. Snyder? Let's go ahead and take it. If you got a final thought here on the Shiner Bock Fan Feedback, give us a call, pass it along. Otherwise, we'll take a break and then close up shop. And, hey, in 20 minutes, it'll be 1 o'clock all over again. Ponder on that. It's a Shiner Bock Fan Feedback on SportsRadio.
The Shiner Bock Fan Feedback, brought to you by Shiner, celebrating 100 years of brewing next year.
My name is Peter Takis, and I'm the QA manager at Spätzle Brewery.
Peter is really, really picky.
My job is really to act as the eyes and ears of the brewery.
Peter, he's a particular guy.
I'm a thorn in everybody's side because I try to make sure that the beer is always at the highest possible quality. If we don't feel that a particular batch is up to snuff, we will stop it from going forward.
Peter could be a real pain in the neck.
What makes Shiner different from all the other beers in the world? I make it.
Would you like to pay as little as $1 above cost for your prescriptions? Call Pharmacy Consultants. They can show almost anyone how to save on prescriptions. Call Pharmacy Consultants today, 762-0035, and join the Cost Plus on Prescription Club. So write down the number, 762-0035. If you don't have major medical assistance on prescriptions, Pharmacy Consultants is for you. If you have Medicare only, Pharmacy Consultants is for you. If you need to save money on prescriptions, then Pharmacy Consultants is for you. Call Pharmacy Consultants today for full details. Some restrictions apply. See our ad in the Feist area wide yellow pages.
Cujo's, the best place for lunch in Lubbock. Big, juicy burgers, garden fresh salads, hand-tossed pizzas, and sizzling fajitas like you've never had before. It's a whole lot of food for not a lot of cash. Cujo's, 4th and Frankfurt. Get in the game.
We have been with Texas Mutual for 6 years now, so I feel like we're a family.
Risk manager Gwen Drumgoole talks about why Houston Community College chooses Texas Mutual Insurance Company for workers' comp insurance.
Their loss prevention program was outstanding. Texas Mutual worked with the college to develop a return-to-work policy that opened the door for us to put in place modified duties. The benefit is our employees are coming back to work sooner.
Texas Mutual Insurance Company's health care network gives Gwen better control over her workers' comp claims.
Our workers' comp premium has gone down tremendously.
To find out more about Texas Mutual Insurance Company, ask your agent or go to texasmutual.com.
I'm always pleased to say our coverage is with Texas Mutual.
Sunday Night Football features Matt Castle and the New England Patriots as they battle for AFC playoff positioning. New England at Indianapolis, Sunday night at 6:30 on Sports Radio 1340.
I was born and raised in China, and I've been at the brewery 27 years now.
Shiner's brewing process, it's probably the most complex, standard American brewing process there is.
I've been drinking Shiner Bock for like 18 years now. I haven't tasted anything that's close to it.
I say the best beer is Bock. Shiner Bock is our biggest seller. Bock gets its amber color through roasted malt.
What makes Shiner Bock so special is really an easy answer. It's easy to drink.
It's real smooth. I call it my evening tea.
Colin Cowherd, weekdays 9 to noon on Lubbock's sports leader, Sports Radio 1340.
All right, now it's time for you. And this would be the upset of the century. If you throw hook 'em horns in the air in front of these people here in Lubbock, Texas.
Hey, there are a lot of people in Texas I like, but this isn't the time for that. I deeply hope we beat their ass today.
See what your guy Corso thinks.
Hey, let me tell you something, Coach. You are the world's best basketball coach, and you're almost the best picker. Give me that hit here. Right here. Let me see what's going on. What do I got here?
Oh, my God.
This will do it. Don't take a shot. You got him.
Okay, 8 seconds left. They got one timeout, so there's time to make one play to the middle of the field and call a timeout to set up a field goal try. So Harrell in the shotgun from the 28 to throw. Goes to the right side for Crabtree. It's caught. He breaks the touchdown, Red Raiders. Unbelievable. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Michael Crabtree has done it. Michael Crabtree makes the catch at the 5, breaks the tackle, and scores.
There's still 1 second on the clock, but Texas Tech, unbelievable, Michael Crabtree.
Oh, my gosh, can you believe that? We've been saying all second half, Crabtree's been quiet. Crabtree's been quiet.
Oh, they've thrown a flag.
28-yard touchdown. See what they do. Corona with the squib kick. It bounces, and it's recovered and carried at the 40. They're going to start throwing it around. No. And Tech's got the football. LeRon Moore. It is over. Red Raiders have defeated the number 1 ranked team in the country, 39-33. And now the fans can head out onto the field and celebrate.
And they can take the goalposts down, not the crowd, the fans, but the people at the stadium, because it's not about the goalposts, it's about this team in the middle of the field that they want to celebrate with.
And the Red Raider fans have rushed out to join their team that has fought so hard for them out on the field tonight. 39-33, Texas Tech has defeated the previously unbeaten Longhorns.
That's how it sounded from College Game Day live at Memorial Circle this morning on campus at Texas Tech. So when the final gun sounded, eventually, after a Crabtree touchdown, 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, kicking off from the 7.5-yard line, and LeRon Moore ending up with the ball to seal it for the Raiders, 39-33 over number 1 Texas. Texas Tech will move up in the rankings. The question is how much. Will it be 3? Will it be 4? I think they'll get some 2 votes, they'll get some 3 votes, and they'll get some 4 votes. It just depends on how it all shakes out. And keep this team hungry. You've got Oklahoma State coming in next week. They're ranked number 9, and I don't think anyone else in the top 10 lost today, but it'll be a top 10 matchup again at Jones SBC next week. To the fans, I hope you enjoy this for all that it's worth, and you got another big week ahead of you. And I challenge you, the fans, as this is the Fan Feedback Show, to be as electric as you were from sun up to sundown today. And I know that'll be hard to do, but you got a lot more to play for now that you're 9-0. Texas Tech, we're still looking through it. I don't know that they've ever been 10-0. And you have the right to play to be 10-0 next week against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Want to thank our sponsors, Shiner Bock. Enjoy fine quality Shiner beverages. Pick them up at your friendly stores in Wolfforth and south of Lubbock on I-27. Want to thank McGillicuddy's again in studio tonight. Not the fault of McGillicuddy's, just didn't want to compete with the band. Wanted you guys to be able to celebrate, but also wanted to visit with you folks on the phones. So we decided to check it in studio. Texan Bob is probably the mayor of McGillicuddy's by now, and you've got an hour and 10 minutes left. Go get a 225 Shiner Bock or Shiner Black. Also, thanks to Skog and Dickey for their sponsoring the collision of the week. Is Skog and Dickey today, Brent Dewhurst coming out of the locker room at halftime, making the tackle on Jordan Shipley on the opening second half kickoff. You heard that one probably all the way in Abernathy. That one, a head knocker. Also, the Colby Whitlock safety, that hit set the tone for the game, and they absolutely took it to the Longhorns in that first half and beat them up, and, hey, the blackout worked. How about that? Texas Tech 39, Texas Tech 33 for TJ across the way. Allen Corbin, Bob Worden responsible for the postgame audio, and Robert Snyder, who's being lifted in the air at McGillicuddy's. I'm Scott Fitzgerald. Hey, we took it as close to 2 as we possibly could. We'll shut it down. Everyone be safe and enjoy your Shiner Bock responsibly.
Thanks for being a part of the action on Sports Radio 1340 KKAM. We now join ESPN Weekend, already in progress.
And with 41 seconds remaining in the ballgame.